Hi everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I am back and I am with Fernando here, and we wanted to present the Frog Street Threes, the Preschool Greeting Circle, to all of you. We should first mention that we are into our fourth exciting theme. It is called, do you remember Fernando? Yeah, scaly and slithering critters. You may recall last week we talked about hopping critters, and then the week before we talked about flying critters, and now we are talking about scaly and slithering critters. So what could those be? Scaly critters. So things like snakes, lizards, iguanas, and how about slithering? Even things like worms, right, Fernando? Yeah, they kind of slither. But wait a minute, what does slithering mean? We should pull that word out because that is our wonderful word of the week. And I've got it right here. So what does slither mean? What do you think, Fernando? Well, I didn't quite hear you. What was that? What do you think? Yes, it's like wiggling and squiggling back and forth in order to move. So do snakes slither? They kind of squiggle back and forth, sideways and up and down, just to move, right? They have no arms or legs. They have to use their whole bodies to move and slither along the ground. You're right. So that is our wonderful word of the week. Yeah, slither. What was that, Fernando? I remember you telling me something about the worm. Yes. So Fernando wanted to share with all of you that when he was outside, he lifted up a big rock, and underneath that rock was a worm. Was that worm scaly, Fernando? No, it wasn't scaly, was it? Can you think of the word to describe it? It was smooth. Yeah. Did you actually touch it? No, but it looked smooth, didn't it? Yeah, and then it crawled back into the damp soil because worms don't like the sun and the dryness. They want to tunnel deep into the soil and munch, munch, munch. So the worm wasn't scaly, but are snakes scaly? We've got a snake here. Are snakes scaly? What does scaly mean? So Fernando and I were talking about this off camera, and we thought a really, really good idea to show you all what scaly means is to show you the very fancy outfit that we dressed Lily up with. So let's pull Lily out, okay, Fernando? Do you mind sharing the camera with Lily for a moment? No, I didn't think so. So scaly, look. See Lily's very beautiful mermaid tail? Doesn't that feel very interesting? But that is what scaly means. It's like a lot of little tiny mini bony plates that cover the skin of animals like snakes, lizards, iguanas, all very scaly. And in this case, little mermaids too, right, Lily? Aww. Thank you, Lily. Would you like to flap your mermaid tail? So that is scaly, a lot of little bony plates. So now we know what slithering is. Slithering is moving, wiggling, squiggling, back and forth and up and down in order to move forward. And scaly is when you have skin that is covered with a lot of little bony plates. That's right. What were you going to say, Fernando? Oh yeah. You want to sing that song? Okay, we're going to jump into our uniting song for circle time for our Frog Street Threes. Fernando's going to lead it, so let's jump in. Fernando, are you ready? Are you ready, Fernando? You guys can do the movements at home too. Okay, let's go. Can you wiggle like a worm? Can you squiggle? Can you squirm? Can you flutter? Can you fly like a gentle butterfly? Can you crawl upon the ground like a beetle that is round? Can you move with me? Can you flip? Can you flop? Can you give a little hop? Can you slither like a snake? Can you give a little shake? Can you dance like a bee that is fluttering around the tree? Can you move with me? Should we do that one more time? One more time. Okay. Okay, you guys do the movements with us, okay? Fernando's doing the best he can. I bet you could even do better, right? It's okay, Fernando. I know you're trying hard, and that's great. Okay. Can you wiggle like a worm? Can you squiggle? Can you squirm? Can you flutter? Can you fly like a gentle butterfly? Can you crawl upon the ground like a beetle that is round? Can you move with me? Can you flip? Can you flop? Can you give a little hop? Can you slither like a snake? Can you give a little shake? Can you dance like a bee that is buzzing round the tree? Can you move with me? What do you think, Fernando? Good job, guys. Which one was your favorite one? I think I really like when Fernando did a flip and a flop and then a little hop. He is a frog after all. But slithering like a snake is kind of fun. I challenge you guys to show your moms or your dads or your family members later on, to show them how you can move without using your arms or your legs. Do you think you could do it? If you can, even if it's a little bit, then you would be slithering like a snake. And I would love to hear about that. So let us know. I would love to see it. Maybe we'll try it later too. Okay, Fernando, we're going to talk about our calming strategies now too. And you can see behind me, do you want to point, Fernando? Here's our calming strategies that we've learned about before. Pretzel, balloon, breathing arms, bunny breathing, star, and drain. Those are all different strategies we've learned that teach us to take a deep belly breath in and blow a deep belly breath out. And that just calms us down, doesn't it? I think last time we did balloon breathing. Maybe should we try pretzel before we do the one of the week? Should we try pretzel? Okay, pretzel is when you're crossing your arms and then holding hands, and then you're doing the same thing with your legs. You're crossing your legs, your arms, and your hands to form a pretzel, okay? Tighten up those crosses. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Deep breath in. And then exhale and loosen it up. That one is very tricky for me to do. But it feels good. It feels good to tighten up our muscles and to squeeze things together and then to release. It feels nice. Now today, because we're talking about scaly and slithering critters, we thought, wouldn't it be fun if we did iguana panting? And you may recall that an iguana is like a big, thick lizard. It's got a thick trunk. It's a bigger lizard. It's not a little lizard. And lots of times iguanas live where it's hot. So they cool themselves down by opening up their mouths, blowing all that hot air out, and breathing in some cooler air. Maybe they're in the shade somewhere, just taking a break from the sun, taking a deep breath in, and blowing out all that hot air. So let's do it. Okay, Fernando, are you going to help me with this one? Yeah? Okay. So here is our calming strategy. Okay, Fernando, you pretend that you're an iguana in the desert, in a cool area or in a shady area at the moment, and you're going to take a deep breath in. And blow a deep breath out. Should we do it one more time? Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Good job, Fernando. Good job. Good job, guys. You can teach your moms or dads or family members that at home too. Iguanas pant to cool themselves down, just like dogs do. They open up their mouths and take deep breaths in and blow out air. Okay. Should we talk about connecting, Fernando? We know that things aren't back to normal yet. A lot of us are still at home, like me, like Fernando, like Fanny and Lily and silly little Max. We're all at home. And there's some of us that are at the centers. In British Columbia, some families and some children go to the centers. And I heard in Alberta and Ontario, some as well. Not very many. Most of us are still at home. So we just want to take a moment again to wish all of you well. We miss you. I miss seeing your faces every day, and I really, really miss you, and I hope you're doing well. Right, Fernando? What did you want to say? Yeah. Fernando wanted to say he misses all of you, and he misses all of the teachers, and especially he wanted to give us a very special shout out. Fernando spends most of his time at one particular center, and he wanted to shout out to his chef at that center because he misses all of his teachers and all of his friends. But when Fernando would arrive first thing in the morning, and chef was there first thing in the morning, and he just really wanted to say, I wish you well and I miss you. Now for all of you, can we sing a song together? Can we sing the We Wish You Well song together? You ready? We wish you well. We wish you well. All through the day today, we wish you well. And when we are all back together and things are a little bit more normal, we can have a big welcome back celebration. Won't that be fun, Fernando? Yeah, it will be fun. And in the meantime, let's keep teaching our family members some connecting strategies. Do you remember what a connecting strategy is? It's your way of stopping a family member in a moment, just to give them that moment and say, hey, you're special to me. But not necessarily by using those words, more by giving them a gentle little touch. So I could say to Fernando, Fernando, you're special to me. And we can connect by giving each other a hug. But let's talk about the connecting strategy for this week. It's kind of a funny one. And it's called Hey Little Snake. Are you ready, Fernando? I'm going to show you. I'm going to pretend that my finger is a snake. Actually, I can even use a snake. But you could pretend at home your finger is a little squiggly snake, okay? So it goes like this. Hey, little snake, snaking here and there, wiggling and squiggling without a care. Bye, little snake. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed my snaky rhyme. And sometimes when you tickle somebody on the arm or even on the back, it gives them goosebumps and it makes them feel oh so good. Should we do it one more time, Fernando? Okay, one more time. You get out your squiggly fingers. I've got my snake. Hey, little snake, squiggling here and there, wiggling and squiggling without a care. Oh, Fernando's getting goosebumps. Bye, little snake. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed my snaky rhyme. I like that. That's funny. Good job. Oh, Fernando says he feels very relaxed now because that felt so ticklish but good all at the same time, right, Fernando? Okay, should we do our morning message? I've actually got 2 morning messages for this week because I wanted to use both words that are in our theme. Slither and, do you remember the other one? Scaly. Okay, so I'm going to put you down, Fernando. And you help me out by sitting there because we're going to do some tapping and some clapping in a minute. Okay, let's start with our first one. Our first morning message is snakes slither and squirm. Did you hear that, Fernando? Snakes slither and squirm. Okay, so let's clap out our syllables, okay? And then Fernando, you can help me tap with the words. Let's clap our syllables. Snakes slither here and there. Oh, pardon me. Did I make a mistake? I did make a mistake. Let's start that one more time. Snakes slither and squirm. Those are our syllables. Snakes slither and squirm. So slither, slither, that has 2 syllables. And remember what syllables are? They're like the pops of a sound that are in a particular word. So slither is one word, but it has 2 pops of sound. Slither. Okay, should we tap out the words now? Here we go. 1 tap for each word. Snakes slither and squirm. Good job. Snakes slither and squirm. Okay, I've got my whiteboard here. Let's write down morning message number 1, okay? Here we go. So snakes slither and squirm. Snakes slither and squirm. Okay, so let's just put some letters out there for us to have a little look at. Here's our uppercase S. And here's our lowercase s. Okay, we're going to try to guess a mystery word, okay? Let's first just point out the letters. Snakes slither and squirm. So here's our uppercase S. Can you find it in the sentence? The uppercase S. Yes, you're right. It's right there. How about the lowercase s? Snakes slither and squirm. Oh my goodness, I just realized something. I forgot to put the period at the end of the sentence. We always have to remember, sentences go from left to right. We end them with a period and we start them with an uppercase letter all the time. And I forgot the period. Oh my goodness, Max, I need to be more careful. But remember, mistakes happen and that's okay. We were able to fix it. So our lowercase s, what was that, Fernando? Yes, there's our lowercase s's. Now, if I put out the word of the week, that is our mystery word. Can you find our mystery word? Can you find it? Yeah, it is. It's the second word here, isn't it? Slither. Snakes slither and squirm. They sure do. Okay, so I am just going to put this down for a moment, and then we could just quickly talk about our next morning message. Because remember, I wanted to include both words, slither and scaly. Are you ready, Max? The next one, and you know what? We'll use this as a little prop, Max. You can hold it. Because we talk about iguanas in this one. Iggy iguana is scaly. Iggy iguana is scaly. Okay, now let's think about our syllables here. Okay, we're going to clap to the syllables. Iggy iguana is scaly. Iggy iguana is scaly. Those are our syllables, those pops of sound. Okay, you ready to tap with me for each word? Not the syllables now, just the words. Iggy iguana is scaly. Good job. Okay, Fernando. I'm going to set you down. Okay, we're going to leave that one up, but let's write down our next one, okay? Iggy iguana you know what? That's actually part of her name, so I'm going to uppercase both those words. Iggy iguana is scaly. So we went left to right. We've got an uppercase that starts the sentence and a period at the end of the sentence. Iggy iguana is scaly. So now we're going to take out our uppercase I, and we're going to take out our lowercase I, and let's try to find them, okay? Did you get that, Fernando? You did. Okay, yes. Iggy. Iggy. Iguana. There's a second uppercase I. Do you see a lowercase I there? Do you see it, Fernando? Yes, it's right there. Iggy iguana is. So wait, what is this mystery word? What is that mystery word? It starts with an S, just like one we saw up here. Scaly, that's right. Iggy iguana is scaly. Good job. So 2 morning messages this week, just for fun, just to kind of challenge us a little bit more. So let's think. Whoa, sorry, Fernando. Oh my goodness. Iggy iguana must be very heavy because Iggy iguana jumped and knocked poor Fernando over. Oh my goodness, Fernando, are you okay? I think I will just kind of give you a cuddle and hope you are okay. Should we talk about our commitments now? Should we finish up our greeting circle and end out with our commitments? Okay. So Fernando helped me build this board, and it is our commitment board. And I'm just going to put Fernando down with his brothers and sisters for a moment. So I want to make sure that you can see this. Okay, so thoughtful choices, helping hands, listening ears, sharing, walking feet, big voice, and what's that one? Do you know that one? Gentle hands. So these are the choices that we often will make when we're at school. But you can make these choices at home too, and make a choice for a special commitment. Sometimes you have to really think about, what is a good thing that I can commit to making sure that my house is safe, my family members are happy and healthy. Maybe you want to commit to making some thoughtful choices. And those could look like I'm choosing to be quiet for a little while because I really know that my dad has a project and it's due and he's got to get his work done. He's having to work from home because his office is closed, and he's, just getting used to maybe working in a busy household, but sometimes it's a little bit louder than normal. So maybe a thoughtful choice would be to commit to being a little quieter during moments of time. So those are all the different kinds of commitments you can make. And I am just going to set this down, and I hope all of you think about a special commitment, and they could be different than what's on the board. I know Max in our toddler program, his commitment is just to help to make people laugh, and that is a really, really great commitment because we all need to have a good time and be happy. Things are a little bit not quite normal right now, so it's nice when we can smile and laugh. And I'm just going to get out our safekeeper box. And I'm going to welcome Fernando back on my lap because he is going to make his commitment. And should I show you the pictures of our friends again? Let's start with Fernando. There's Fernando. Okay, Fernando. Show Max too? Okay. Silly Max with his sunglasses. There's sweet baby Lily. And here is Fanny. Okay, so Fernando, are you thinking about your commitments? Okay, do you want to share? Oh, 2 commitments. You want to do 2 commitments. Okay, so Fernando says he's going to make some more thoughtful choices, but he's also committing to sharing his toys with both Max and his other sibling, Fanny. Maybe not Lily yet, because I think some of your toys are a little bit too small for her. But you're going to commit to sharing, and that makes the household happier, doesn't it? Okay, your picture's in the safekeeper box. I'm going to close that box, and I am going to commit to doing whatever I can to keep my household safe. Okay? Okay, so let's end our Frog Street 3's Preschool Greeting Circle, and we'll just sing a little song, okay? Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye, my friends, goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye. Big kiss. Mwah. See you next time.